Hi, everyone. My name is Blake Cassidy. I'm a co-host of the Crypto Curious podcast. This is Tracey Plowman, and this is Craig Jackson.
Hi, everybody.
And every week, we produce a podcast, and we break down what's happening in the crypto ecosystem. We talk about the narratives between all the news pieces that we read. And today, we're going to do a live podcast, how we would deliver it week to week. And if we have a bit of time at the end, we'll be delivering, we'll do a little bit of a Q&A and take some questions from the audience. So, Tracey, you want to kick off?
We are going to do this live, so we got a little bit of help from our script here. Just bear in mind, it is the end almost. You're not talking? No. Okay. Craig's not going to do the podcast today? No. No one really wants to hear from Craig usually anyway, so. Oh, he's getting a new one coming up. Okay. Yep, so anyway, nearly the end of 2 days, high energy, going to try and bring it, folks, so here we go.
G'day. G'day, guys, I'm Craig, co-host. You must have saw the main event before, the meme talk, but we'll talk about that.
Oh, please, come on. All right, here we go. Hands up who actually listens to the podcast.
Oh!
Come on. Higher, hands up, who listens? Really? Okay, the rest of you in for a treat.
All 10 of our listeners are here.
Yeah, okay. All right, here we go. Welcome to the Crypto Curious podcast, your weekly crypto crash course. Each week, join us in the dynamic world of cryptocurrency as we cover everything from major news stories to short, sharp news bites. If you're new to the crypto world, we recommend going back to our early stories to give you a solid foundation to understand the crypto world. Tune in, laugh and learn. It's crypto made easy. So today is a very special episode because we're coming to you live from OzCryptoCon. It's been amazing to be surrounded here by all the crypto natives and new people coming through as the buzz in crypto at the moment is amazing. Obviously, all-time high for Bitcoin and some of the other coins, Solana. So let's crack into it and talk about what's going on here at OzCryptoCon.
Yeah, so this is now the third year in the crypto convention history, and I think this year is, if I were to sum it up, I'd say it's the stayers. It's the ones that have stuck through the bear market and now reaping the rewards. Bitcoin's obviously almost 100K. Solana hit all-time high. 2 years ago when it started, there was a lot of questionable stalls. I remember there was one called ZooCoin, which was meant to be the future of finance, but they're no longer around, or they no longer have a stall, I should say. But this year, it's awesome to see all of you guys come in asking us questions on the Bamboo store. And good to see the Monochrome are flexing their wealth yet again, brought a couple of Lambos. But yeah, it's been awesome. What do you think, Blake?
Yeah, definitely there's a shift in energy compared to last year. Everyone last year was a little bit depressed, looking at their portfolios and going around and speaking to all the businesses that they use on a daily and weekly basis. But this year, definitely, there's some fresh energy. It's great to see so many new faces of people coming into the ecosystem, asking really important questions and learning and finding out more about the ecosystem. So yeah, it's been a really great weekend and can't wait till next year.
Yeah, look, I think next year they've just announced it's going to be back here in Sydney again, so that's good to know. I think 2 years ago, Craig and I were in the Gold Coast. The last year was in Melbourne. I think there's been a real shift in people coming along. Show of hands who's actually brand new to the crypto market. Okay.
Oh.
Who would say that they are an intermediate? Okay. And maybe that was 15%. Who's OG native? Okay, so half of you didn't put your hand up there, so what's going on there? Okay, but again, what I'm finding at our Bamboo stand is that the people that are OGs coming through are bringing maybe some new people through the space with them this year, and it's been really engaging, and we've had some really great conversations, and it's been a really good show. Agreed?
For sure.
Agree. And I think one of the main contentious points of this convention that's brought up a few times is the role of meme coins. I think now, I just did a meme coin talk before around, should you get meme coins, should you not get meme coins? The whole panel said that you shouldn't, but all three of us, we do. And put your hand up if you have meme coins in your portfolio. You just got double hands.
Oh my God, so many hands went up.
That's what we want to see.
Obviously a space for meme coins in the market, but I'd love to get you two. What do you guys think about meme coins, and do you recommend it to beginners or not?
Like anything, a very, very small percentage of your portfolio.
That's right. Meme coins are very much like gambling. However, they do signify something quite interesting where people can start now betting on cultural memes. Now, we've all seen Pepe, we've all seen Dogecoin. They foster communities and people invest in these communities and feel part of these communities. And it's a phenomenon that we haven't really seen like this previously, which is quite unique. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how this evolves. We see now millions of meme coins being minted. Many of them are scams, so you have to be incredibly careful. However, they do talk to people not wanting to invest in traditional markets and invest in an internet and a meme culture in a new way.
Yeah, exactly. Again, a very small percentage of your portfolio, but again, something that you can look at. I think we'll move on now and give you a couple of big news stories that have happened this week, and then we might talk about some predictions in the market where we think some of the major coins will go, and then we'll give you some short, sharp news bites again, and that again follows how we do these podcasts each week for those of you out there that don't realise. So let's move on now to one of the biggest stories that's made headlines this last week, and it's President-elect Donald Trump has promised to establish a crypto advisory council as part of his administration, sparking a scramble amongst industry leaders for a seat at this table. The council is expected to shape US crypto policy and even oversee the creation of the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve, if that happens. Craig, what are your thoughts on this one?
Well, I think it's just crazy to see the government take a huge 180 from, all the bureaucrats making the decisions 12 months ago where they wanted to stifle the industry. And now we have Trump, and I'm a massive Trump guy, by the way, I must preface that. And what I like about this style is that he's bringing in people who know their shit. They're in the right rooms. They've got Brian Armstrong. He's talking to Charles Hosky. He's got guys like A16Z. And I think this industry is at a really huge inflection point. Trump has now got a DeFi app, and now he's trying to buy a crypto exchange called Back. So this is just, market conditions are just insane. But overall, I'm feeling very positive. Around 12 months ago, we could probably talk from experience. Bamboo have been trying to launch in the US for maybe a year or so. Impossible to get banking. No one wants to work with a crypto company. But now, these things are definitely a reality. It's a much more favorable regulatory outcome. And I think us being investors and maybe working in the industry it's amazing to see them lead the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Craig. I think that's really important. What's really changed here is that the SEC, which is the biggest regulator for crypto in the US, has taken a position of pursuing companies and not setting clear guidelines for the industry to flourish. And now, with the change of administration, the chairman of the SEC, which is similar to ASIC here in Australia, is resigned, who has been notoriously not great for crypto. And now they're bringing in potentially a council and going to be buying Bitcoin to put on their balance sheet, which is an incredible step and will potentially set the scene for a domino effect where not just the US but other nation states need to purchase Bitcoin and put it on their balance sheet in order to remain competitive in a global landscape. And this would really change the crypto ecosystem as we know it.
I saw the Pizzino boys yesterday talk about the strategic reserve plan. They reckon it was 0% chance, but the narrative itself is something that could send Bitcoin into the 150 into 200K narrative price target, let's just say. What do you think about that, Trace? Do you think there's a chance it's going to happen?
I personally don't see it happening either, but we're still hopeful and we'll see. But as far as this council goes, we've got companies like Coinbase and Ripple and A16Z all vying for a position on that. And I think the council will probably happen. And I'm not too sure about the reserve. So,
just on that, Coinbase itself is positioned amazing. They've got the retail market. They're putting the ETF brokerage flow through their institutional product. And now they're going to be sitting on a government board potentially. So that turns out to be a power company, Coinbase.
Yep. All right, let's shift gears because I'm mindful of time. I want to talk about some predictions. Everyone loves a prediction. Obviously not financial advice, just having a little bit of fun. Let's talk about where we think Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, maybe Doge will go. as far as topping out at the end of the cycle. Let's start off with everyone. Give us a prediction. Where do we think Bitcoin will top out this market cycle?
Me?
Let's go with you first, Blake.
Well, I think there's really some key factors to consider here. If the US Treasury does buy Bitcoin to put on their balance sheet, it creates a completely new landscape for us, and I think that no one can really predict what's going to happen then. But if we're just going off advice that is just a rumor, and it might happen not in this cycle but in another cycle, I think the returns are going to be a lot more conservative. However, I think for those that don't know, in the crypto ecosystem, we see diminishing returns every cycle on our returns. And what that means is that as crypto gets bigger, the crazy returns that we've seen in its earlier days are a little bit harder to achieve, particularly from the blue chip crypto coins like Bitcoin. So yeah, hopefully higher than here, but I'm not sure too high.
You've got to give us an actual number.
I'm happy with that.
Craig will give us a number. He loves it.
Look, I think, as we said before, the strategic reserve narrative could be something that could send Bitcoin to maybe 150-ish, I might say, USD. It's already 150 Aussie today, so we're surely not topping today, although it would be a top signal to have this conference on the day of the top. But I do think Bitcoin, especially the digital gold narrative, the ETFs, we're talking about the US, but maybe another nation state might adopt Bitcoin. We've already seen it with Venezuela, I think it is. They're sitting on a pretty fat bag. Saylor just keeps buying Bitcoin. He's raising more money to buy it. So someone like Saylor could, just the confidence that he's displaying and him getting in the right rooms could be something that could send Bitcoin to, maybe 150. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm looking around that 120, 130 for Bitcoin. Again, could go 200 if the reserve happens, but I'm not confident on that. Happy to put a number on it. Okay, Ethereum.
Well, Ethereum's an interesting one. Obviously, Ethereum over the past 12 months has solved the scaling issue and the cost issue that we had in the last cycle. It used to be very expensive and clunky to use Ethereum, but that's changed now. However, the price hasn't reflected the change in the fundamentals of Ethereum. And that's primarily because the layer 2s are sucking up a lot of the revenue that Ethereum used to receive. But I think that Ethereum is going to outperform Bitcoin from here on out. I'm not sure by how much, but Ethereum's market cap is, what, a third of Bitcoin's? And it gives the opportunity to be able to outperform it in percentage terms between now and the end of the cycle. And it's usually Bitcoin that leads our market cycles. So, the other smaller coins or the altcoins often follow it. As people rotate their profits out of Bitcoin into, other assets.
Your darling Ethereum, Craig. What are you thinking?
Yeah, look, I think Ethereum now, we've seen Solana outperform it. It's got the casino that we all know and love, meme coins. It's an instant dopamine hit. Ethereum does not have that this cycle. But what Ethereum does have is 100% uptake. It's the home of real-world assets on-chain, decentralized finance on-chain. When BlackRock and these guys are building funds, they're going to build it on Ethereum. Sui's outperformed as well. Sui was down for an hour the other day. I think anything with meaningful size, Ethereum as a layer 1 is the best that we can get. It's the only altcoin with, you can tell I have Ethereum. It's the only altcoin that has an ETF. I think it's a $1 trillion asset. How do you price something that can underpin decentralized banking, all these things that I'm talking about? So I think a $1 trillion asset, $8,000 US for one Ethereum token. What do you think, Trace?
Boom, 8 to 10. I think I agree with you there. Okay, we probably don't have time for, maybe we'll just really quickly, we'll do Doge. I was going to do Solana. You want to do Doge? You want to do Doge? Doge? You do Doge, you could do Solana. Give me Doge.
Yeah, I think early on in the market cycle, we, started discussing the idea of whether there could be a $100 billion meme coin. And as of late, now Dogecoin is sitting at 67 billion US dollars. I mean, 67 billion US dollars. So it's really not that far. Dogecoin has performed incredibly well over the past several months. Now that Elon Musk has come out and is naming his new government authority after the coin, I think that we will see this cycle. I'm not sure what price that puts Dogecoin at, but we could see more than one coin hit that $100 billion mark, which is just an interesting phenomena in itself.
Nice. Solana.
Look, Solana's been an unbelievable tear, and it hurts me every time I look at it because I do not have any. But I think Solana, I think it's the greatest party ever thrown, but I think the lights are about to come on. That's not to say that the kick-ons are going to be good. The kick-ons will be good, but I think it's at its end. It's in the last section of the party. I think it tops out at around $400, $500, and then it's going to be all about Ethereum, baby.
Okay, there you go. Some predictions for you, not financial advice, obviously. Right, folks, we're going to kick on now, and this normally would be part of the show where we take a break and we come back and we do our short, sharp news bites. And what we normally do here is roll on to maybe 6 to 12 really short, sharp news bites that we've picked up that we think is interesting. So we're going to do that, and what we normally do is I write them in order, and then we would go one by one and read them. But what happens is Craig just cherry picks his favourites and reads them out. So I'm going to cherry pick my favourite in here. And it's a meme coin story. So if anyone's keeping up with it this week, a teenager rugged a meme coin on Pump Fun. This was hilarious. So a teenager crypto developer sparked chaos by rug pulling a Solana meme coin called Quant, cashing out 30,000 as the token price crashed. The boys celebrated on a live stream, flipping off viewers, and shouting, "Thanks for the 20 bandos." So crypto Twitter didn't like this and didn't let it slide. And within hours, the token's market cap soared to 85 million in a viral revenge pump fueled by these degens who turned the scandal into a major spectacle. So the teens would have made something like, I don't know, 3 or 4 million, and it was a major drama. Apparently they even found out which school he went to. So this is kind of the drama that happens on Pump Fund.
How old was he, Trace? I think it was 13.
No, I think it was 10. I looked it up.
10 years old. Wow.
10 years old. You can find the video. Actually, we'll put a video of this in the show notes below so you can have a look. It's quite funny.
All right. I might jump in here. So the next story is about Michael Saylor. For those that haven't been following the Michael Saylor story, last week he bought another $4.2 billion of Bitcoin, and he's one of the best performing stocks on the NASDAQ at the moment. And this week he's raising another $2.6 billion to buy more Bitcoin. He's recently set in motion a plan to buy $42 billion of Bitcoin over the next 3 years. And of course, if Bitcoin performs well in that time, it'll give him the opportunity to re-leverage and buy more Bitcoin. So it's incredible to see what's happening here. As Bitcoin goes up in price, MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor are able to borrow more money in the billions and tens of billions of dollars to continue to reinvest, which becomes a perpetual cycle, which is very interesting. And like we were talking about earlier, I think Ethereum needs a Michael Saylor.
Yeah. Go on.
Or a Craig Jackson.
Do your part. Next one, we touched on it before, but the SEC chairman, Gary Gensler, has resigned, which is great news for everyone. His last day will be on January 20th, which is Trump's inauguration date. And now this has to be one of the most hotly anticipated roles that Trump will fill. And I assume he will use his new crypto council to help decide that, even though it's a securities position, I'm not quite sure. But some of the people that have brought up is Robinhood's legal chief, Dan Gallagher. As we know, Robinhood does have crypto on the platform. So if this appointment has the ability to move markets, so I'd take a quick... When do you think he'll announce it?
Sometime before the 20th?
You reckon before the 20th? Or on the 20th?
Maybe after.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. All right, next up, a CEO of crypto exchange WonderFi in Canada a few weeks ago was kidnapped in broad daylight in traffic and was held for a $1 million ransom, which was paid electronically.
Yeah, I can speak to this one as well. I spoke to this guy a couple months back. His name was Dean. He runs 3 crypto exchanges in Canada. And, you know, this is something that we might not expect in the West, in Canada, but maybe somewhere else. But it just shows how dangerous and how frothy the ecosystem is going, and, you know, the security precautions that people are going to have to start taking, particularly as this asset class fulfills its vision. Yeah.
We need to look after our CEOs. What's up next, Blake?
All right, I have a quick story here. Goldman Sachs, one of the world's largest investment banks, has said that they're going to spin out a cryptocurrency exchange. Now, this is really important because these are the infrastructure providers for the settlement and the trading of equities and shares, and they obviously see that cryptocurrency is going to be a massive growth area for their business in the coming years as the regulation changes and the administration in the US changes. So these guys are building out the infrastructure to be able to capitalize on that, and we're just going to see more and more of this. Investment banks building their own products instead of crypto native platforms like we see here today.
And to round us out, we've got, who got on the chill guy meme token? Who bought that?
Yeah,
Oi!
well done.
Yeah, LP. Oh wow, we're in some degen territory there. Chill guy is the newest TikTok meme. It's quite a friendly looking pooch, and he's just chilling there with just a chill guy. It went from $0 to over $500 million market cap. These TikTok traders have outperformed all of us. Some of them turning $1,000 into over $1 million. And the artist, Philip Banks, is not embracing that at all. He's claiming copyright infringement, yeah. So he's not happy about it because he missed out on the pump. But just goes to show that something so little can send things to Valhalla.
There you go. And that is it for the show, folks. And thank you, everybody, for being here live with this. And we are pretty much out of time. And we don't have time for questions, but thank you for being here. And if you're not a listener to the Crypto Curious podcast, please do so. #1 crypto podcast in Australia. Wherever you listen to your podcast, you can listen to us. We try and keep it quick, 20 minutes, so it's nice and palatable. We'll bring you the news for the week. Again, thank you for listening. We appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, guys.